What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome, excuse me, to the den. I am your host, Ed Honcho, and I just want to say thank you, because again, every night that I get to end my evenings or in my days in the den, it's always a good feeling. I mean, even if we have some more controversial conversations, it's always a good feeling. But it is my honor, it is my privilege, most of all, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with you guys each and every night, usually Monday through Friday. We're going to get them Fridays back. But the Den is the best conversation on the internet. If you've been here a while, you already know why I feel that way. If you're new, well, because I believe that all of you wonderful people who make this conversation so great from all the diverse backgrounds and just areas, multiple countries on occasion, international shit sometimes. But it's good to know that there's a place that we can all come. We have permission to speak freely, and we may agree, may disagree, but there's usually respect. A little bit of respect. I don't. Sometimes some people respect each other. I don't know, but so like I said, we're going to get into talking about double standards today, and I think that applies across the board. I mean, there's I mean, everything. I won't say everything, but a lot of things. The majority of things you can probably come up with some type of double standard. Now, could you justify it? I mean, I guess you could justify it to yourself, but there are lots of double standards here in America, and we're going to discuss those. But let's see who we got joining us this evening, and then we will get into some excellent conversation, and yeah, we'll go from there. I see M. Grace. I'm going to skip over Mr. John for right now to say Miss K. Grace, because it's always good to be joined by the ladies' Grace. Mr. John from NY, my favorite New Yorker. How you doing this evening, sir? What's the motherfucking deal? Coltrid, the Don, Magic Wand, Bishop Pimpin of the Discord. What's the motherfucking deal, Mr. Coach? Hope you're having a good day. Hope everything's going well, sir. Mr. Broderick, I think I sing like Luther, but it's more like I eat the Luther. Brooks in the building. What's the motherfucking deal, Broderick? Good to see you, sir. Just Sarah, the lovely Miss Just Sarah. How are you this evening, ma'am? D the Gamma, how are you this evening, Miss Ma'am? And I appreciate you for joining and becoming a member of the channel. Thank you so very much. Mr. Vince, what's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening, sir? Beyond a funny nigga. I can't fuck with you, man. Can't fuck with you. I have to not look at the chat when Beyond the funny nigga. When the calls start, if he remains if he's still in the conference, I can't do it. He's a bad person. He's a terrible person. Eastside Hero, what's the motherfucking deal, man? So let's get into it though. Let's talk about some things. Let's have a discussion. And like I said, there's so much that can be talked about, right? I kind of the angle I want to start this off with. It may or may not make sense to some people, right? But to me, it does. Because I have conversations with people, offline. I do have, I hope the CDC ain't watching, but I do have, human interaction. You talk to people on the phone and things. So, we're having a question, right? And let me put the best way to put this. Okay. And the question I asked was not put like this, but fuck all the bullshit. Like, what the fuck is profanity? Okay. Like, you say, what does this have to do with double standard? What is like a double standard of words? Okay. So hear me out. Just hear where I'm going with this. I think that profanity is fucking stupid, right? And you're like, well, what do you talk about fucking stupid? You're using profanity as you're speaking about profanity. Are you saying that you're fucking stupid? No, that's not what I mean. What I'm saying is that I think there should not be what is a curse word? What is censored? Like, what are these things? Like, why do these terminologies even exist, right? Because when you think of what a lot of these quote unquote profane words represent, it's the exact same thing as some euphemism you can come up with. It's just the sounds that we put together to formulate some word that I guess has become banned and forbidden. The children shouldn't hear it. The people shouldn't use it. We can only use some of them on certain TV shows. We can only use some of them in the rap music or in the music period. And the rest of them, if you pay us a little bit more money, we'll let you hear them. You know, like, I don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I guess that's why sometimes I just kind of let them fly. But it doesn't make any fucking sense to me that profanity exists. Like that there's a list of words that I'm not supposed to say. It's offensive. It's ridiculous. Like how? Like, who said, "Hey, okay, there's these sounds we can make right now, but we shouldn't say them because whatever." Like now, it would be different if you were saying like, "Don't even mention the action." So let's like say, and pardon me for being vulgar because of the imagery that I'm going to put in your heads, but let's say I take Scotty outside to take a shit, right? I'm not supposed to say that. But let's say I took Scotty outside to take a poop. Same thing. It's the same thing. Just rearrange the sound. Poop. He took a poop. I got to take a shit. Like, so my thing is, like, why are there bad words? Like, I just don't think it should be a thing, right? And we'll come back to that. My next deal, I guess we can talk about double standards between men and women, right? And you can say that there are, depending on who you ask, there are a lot of them. You can say with mechanics, you can say, you know, on dates, we can talk about just various aspects of life where women, you know, can benefit, or where various aspects of life where men may benefit. You know, women use their assets to gain things, even if they're not physically interacting with said individual, but they use the appearance of things, the tease to get things. Men can sometimes, what's the word I want? Because I don't want to make it seem like you robbing somebody. You don't want to say strong arm, but you can use your masculine advantage. Don't let me say that. People may come for me and cancel me and talk about privilege and things. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Give me one moment. I'm actually just going to disappear for a second because, yeah, I hear that, right? So, let me fix this. One moment, please. All right. So, what was I? Where was I? I was talking about the profanity isn't a thing, and then yeah, and you know, men and women, the double standards that you can say, you know, they have there. People can say, you know, what was it? It was a study done at a car dealership, and well, not a car dealership, but multiple car dealerships. They were just trying to see, do you know, people get given, or if they're provided different prices by, you know, their age, race, sex, whatever it may be, or gender. I don't even know anymore. What are we using today? What are we using this week? Is it gender? Is it sex? I don't know. But my thing is, Dre, what's the motherfucking deal? Lockwood, what's the motherfucking deal? No comment. I plead the fifth. I may or may not have heard something along those lines, but you know, and that's all I'm saying. Is it just, you know, are double standards harmful? Are they just kind of a part of the game? Like, are they even always intentional? You know, is it a subconscious connection to some of these things? And I think some. I mean, again, I think some things are deliberate. Some things are, you know, maybe you don't realize. Like, again, like say, women will get favorable treatment in certain situations. Men will get favorable treatment in other situations, just depending on what it is, or the expectations may be different. Marquise, what's the motherfucking deal? But like I said, you know, So that's kind of what I want to get. Actually, give me 1 second because I want to do something properly. So give me just a moment before we get ready to open the lines and talk. And something happened today. It was something I wanted to talk about. Something I meant to mention too. What the fuck happened today? I know there was the Fauci thing. I didn't watch very much of that. I saw the exchange between him and Ron Paul. So, you know, outside of that, I didn't really catch too much of that. But that's not what I was thinking about. It's something else happened. No, it's how it always is. Like something will be happening, I fucking forget it, and then a little while later I'll remember. Miss Thang, what's the motherfucking deal? So, again, like I say, when we're talking about double standards, they can be applied, via race. A lot of people feel that in dealing with law enforcement, there is a double standard on how certain laws are applied. Some people feel like with certain terminology in certain sports, there is a double standard on how athletes of similar skill sets are labeled simply because of their appearance. Again, I don't know how much of it is intentional. I don't know how much of it is deliberate. I don't know how much of it is, just oops, I didn't recognize that I was doing that, maybe it was just an unnoticed bias that somebody possessed. So I gotta start writing stuff down before the fucking streams because I know I was like, hey, I'll remember, I'll do this and I'll remember, but then I end up forgetting. So, like I said, it's just unfair when you talk about double standards. And what I mean by that is life's not fair, right? So when I'm saying that it's unfair, it's not like I'm saying, I wish that, I got treated this way. It's just unfair. It is what it is. Because again, like I say, people don't. I don't think. Again, like I said, it's probably a mix. I think so. Again, like I say, some people are deliberate, some people are, maybe they don't realize it. But again, it comes to what kind of activity you're talking about, and again, each situation matters. Sure, really is. So again, that's my whole deal. That's where I'm at. Uh, what? Yeah, $200,000 children donation was rejected. That's terrible. But now, so that's kind of where I'm at with double standards. Again, like I said, yeah, probably in my past, I probably have, and my memory is and I hate saying it's bad. It just sometimes it needs a little time to warm up. You feel me? So there's that. But I want to talk about double standards. I want to talk about what do you feel is a double standard that has impacted you in your life. Hold on 1 second. I know I'm not tripping. Like I know I'm not tripping. Hold on 1 moment. Oh. All right, good deal. So officially, I was not tripping. All right, good deal. Like I said, I want to talk about what kind of double standard has impacted you in your life. Do you feel maybe has hindered you from making progress in a certain area? It could be, maybe with in a relationship. It could be in a job. It could be just maybe some type of life decision. Because you feel that you were treated unfairly because of something that if you may have been different, you maybe got a different result. I think it should be relatively interesting because I think that this can work on so many different levels. Again, depending on how you've been impacted by it. So Yeah. Yeah, Scott was outside and he was informing that he wanted to come in. He's a very indecisive animal. Um, I should just throw him away. But yeah, little Richard died. Um, Damn. Yeah, yeah. Little Richard died, and George's dad. Not was it George's dad? Yeah, George's dad. I think it was George's. I can't remember. Again, bad memory. Um, Died. Fucking Ben Stiller's dad. It's fucking funny as shit. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Old people are dying. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Little Richard was out of there already. I'm not, trying to be funny or anything. I just thought Richard was really pretty old. But it was very interesting to see, how many people that Little Richard influenced, impacted, and said, that he definitely impacted the way that they listened to music, they played music. I mean, he fucking had pictures with everybody. I mean, he was the king. Oh shit! What? We'll just put it like this, right? What's understood need not be said. Okay. So we'll just leave that about Little Richard. But I will remember this thing, and I want to say it was the Magic Johnson show. I hardly remember clips of shows. I was young. Or it might have been Arsenio. I don't know. It might have been Arsenio Hall. It was. It was. See, I'm a racist. It was a. It was some talk show with a black host. Um, but I remember Little Richard came on, and they asked him about him being a culprit or questionable, if you will. In those days, it wasn't as acceptable as it is now. And his statement was, I have three sons. You can't be gay and get those. And, everybody clapped and cheered. And I guess it made sense then. We live in a different day and age now, but I guess, then it was a thing. But Richard, the hair, just everything that was going on, man, like, this is not to knock the man. He was a musical genius, right? I mean, yes, he was a trendsetter. I mean, a culture creator, if you will. But I'm not gonna deny he was questionable. But here's the thing too. But if you talk about Little Richard, do you put Little Richard in the same vein of the Princes, the Michael Jacksons, those guys? Because if you think about Little Richard, Michael Jackson, and Prince, people have questions, right? Let's be honest. Legends, greats. I mean, the goats, the real goats. But there's questions, right? And I don't think anybody would feel a particular way or feel negative towards you if you you had some questions to ask. So that's all I'm saying. D-Lo, what's the motherfucking deal? Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, I remember he was doing the minister thing too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that live because come on, man. Like, I guess the questions were answered. But here's the thing too. There's a thing. How would you guys? We talked about having movie nights and doing like a movie watch thing, and then everybody talking about it. But how would y'all like to set something like that up? If there was a way to maybe have a like a little group movie watching venture type deal, even though from your own home. I don't want to get corona from any of you people. I love you guys. I think the Den folk are excellent. I don't think any of it is worth catching the Rona for, right? But no, because there's just, like I said, there's some ways, some things. I guess these virtual or these lockdowns and these virtual meetings have created new avenues for people to connect. So I was thinking about doing something. I don't know when. I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, that actually might be a better idea now that I think about it. But No, I would like to gauge the temperature on that. And I think like I say, it's like you can watch Netflix together. Basically, it has like a little chat on the side. I don't know what all. I think you can do emojis and stuff like that. I think one of them said there was like a voice chat capability. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. If there is a voice chat capability, I won't be cutting it on. Um, look, y'all ain't gonna start with that talking during the movie shit. Um, so I'm just thinking that it might be interesting. Maybe we can find something that the ten folk could enjoy together. I highly doubt it. I really highly doubt it. And I'd almost want to cut the I'd almost want to cut the sound on just to watch it turn into a real bad thing. But um, let's go ahead and get the line open. And let's take some calls, man. We're going to talk about double standards, like I said. I want to know what you guys feel. I want to know what you guys think about double standards. Has there been a double standard that has impacted you in some manner in your life? Let me rephrase that because it has. There's been a double standard that's impacted all of us. But something, I guess, in a major way, or at least a relatively life changing way, possibly, I guess. I guess everything can change your life, right? Whatever decision, like anything. Anyway, but that's the deal. So give me a second. Let me put the headphones on and let me let me get the phone line open. Do 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 do. So, you guys excited about things opening back up? Do you guys think it's going to be worse? Do you think with, like I say, they keep referring back to the fall. That's why I'm wondering about the heat thing. And, is that deal really killed at warmer temperatures? Um, so, anywho. Oh, good grief. Yeah, Trill and Heidi are off together doing God knows what. That would be a terrible sight. It's a terrible thing to even think about. Why did I say that? I got it weird because I switched everything around. So if I'm looking one way, expecting to see shit on the other side, and yeah, whatever. So, okay, that works. I think that works. Oh, and pardon me. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I didn't even hear it because I didn't have the sound. Good. Why didn't anybody say I didn't have the bot on? I didn't realize it. Mm, okay. Excited to work your ass off every day? No. Oh, okay. What? You enjoy working your ass off? Um, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's gonna be a thing. I mean, it is, but I mean, it's not gonna. Yeah, hey, there's this thing that's happening, but it's gonna be a thing. It's already the thing. It's the only thing right now. So, it's just, I don't know, man. Because if we're gonna be legit, right? So, I mean, what do? You can have some immediate negative impact, and it could be significant. And to the numbers, it could possibly, if he would just get back to wild now, I think it might get up to, what is it, around 80,000 right now that have died? It could probably get up to, I think it probably get up to 100K. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I mean, if everybody, I mean, we're talking about like no distancing. We're talking about if everybody just went back to normal, like tomorrow, everybody's back to business. I'm sure shit like would happen. It's gonna happen. Um, but like, at what risk is it to say, okay, we take this instant impact. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets their maybe develop immunity or antibodies or whatever the hell it is, and then you move on, you move forward with life. You guys get chipped and implanted with your next, vaccine. No, I don't know, man. I'm not surprised. I know people are cautious about that, but it is what it is. And I've been seeing a video circulating too. I know the chip party thing, but I know that's popped. That's been a while. That was in the. I remember thinking I seen that like in the 20 teens sometime. I want to say there was one company that was overseas that was doing it like so that way they don't ever lose their fun card. Like, could you understand how pissed off I'd be to get chipped to work for in a company and then like get fired? We're just gonna deactivate your chip. You just come to work one day, scan your shit, you can't fucking get in. You just rejected. Now you're this asshole with this fucking company's chip in your arm, and what are you gonna do about it? You're fucked. But like I said, I do think that things are gonna happen. But you
Just
take
Sarah donated
and then
$2
start
through
moving
Super
forward.
Chat. Drill and Heidi are riding into the sunset. Romantic face. Starstruck. Smiley face.
That's crazy. That would be a terrible, terrible, terrible. That would be one confused horse that was riding him off into the sunset. Appreciate your love, just Sarah. So here's my thing, though, right? And right, I mean, but then you got to think about like, what is the greater impact if we say, all right, well, we're just not gonna do nothing. Like LA, I think I just seen LA. What? LA County's like fucking 3 more months, just out of nowhere. 3 months, 3 more months. Fuck it, we're gonna chill. Like, I don't see how that works. Like, it seems like people are losing it now. We've already talked about, the impact on, I guess, the meat production in certain places and things like that, and 3 months of just saying no, we're not going to contribute anything. But I mean, what is LA really contributing? Like movies? Nah, fuck them movies. Watch fucking YouTube. Y'all watch more of the dead. It'll be all right. So I guess we can do without them. But it's all seriousness. There are people who work there who are not Hollywood stars. They're struggling to make it. They're probably working multiple jobs, and all of those jobs are fucking shut down. You got to think about the little places that are not chain restaurants, that are not corporate owned. They can't make money. I saw a sad picture. I forgot who shared it earlier. Of the lady, and her face was all hurt, because she had to close down her gym because she just, that was it. It was over. It was a wrap that she owned for 10 years. Like, to me, I don't give a shit about what the corporate, companies are doing. Like, I am concerned about the mom and pop places or the little small places, who have made a livelihood off this. They may not be rich. They might be rich. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? But it's about those places, those businesses, those unique places you can go to try something new or eat something old fashioned, whatever it may be that you're used to. You need that. Come on, nobody gives a fuck about this fucking 15-minute fucking corporate superfood shit. You fucking order the food, and bitch come out in 7.5 minutes and shit. And it's like, how the fuck did this just happen? There's no way that this is really cooked food, but it is what it is. I think you gotta kind of take the hit, and it's fucked up. It's easy to say that when you don't have anybody impacted, affected, or on the brink of death or anything like that. So it's easy to say, oh, well, fucking deal with it, motherfucker. It's easy to say that if you don't have any underlying conditions, or you're not in a hot spot or something like that. It's very easy to say that, right? It's very easy to say, yeah, fuck it, deal with it. Loss of life is what it is. But there are those times, and I talk about life kind of from a perspective of what would you do if there was no structure in place? Like, what if you were born, when the fucking Indians or the nomads or whoever were roaming around of the world, right? Like, what if you didn't have a set of rules in place? What if you didn't have, healthcare facilities, or you don't have fire departments or schools, police officers? Like, people grew, learned, whatever cultures, developed over hundreds of years. But at some point, like, there was anything to fall back on. And I know you say, well, we're more civilized than that. We should be looking after each other. And are we really? I mean, are we really that civilized? Like, we have better technologies and we can do neat things like what we're doing right now, you know. But I mean, just as a human race, and I'm not talking about anybody specific. I'm not talking about just America itself. But like, are we really that civilized? We can be a little raw sometimes, but you know, again, it is what it is. But getting back to it, like I say, the smaller joints, that son of a bitch. Okay, I'm doing it again, one more time. You know, oh, hold on. The smaller places that, again, like I said, that are hurting, that can't do anything. Again, those are the places with the best fucking food. So, pardon me for being an ass clown, because I guess I could have did this right to let y'all know that is there. But like I said, to me, it's just what's the motherfucking deal, Professor Trill? Man, Ron Lively, what's the motherfucking deal? Who else may I have missed? Man, Trill, I got a song for you, man, that I know you ain't heard in a minute. I'm gonna put it in the Discord after the stream if you're still up. Cause you can do the same thing in the den too. That's where I got the idea from. It's just a different bot. And make sure you guys join the Discord. Every I don't know. I ain't showed up in a couple of days. I was trying to get I tapped out. But make sure you get a part of the Discord after every Den show. The Den folk get a Discord. Either chop it up in the chat a little bit, or they get in the voice chat and have great discussion. Man, the other night, I want to say over the weekend, can't remember if it was Friday night going into Saturday or Saturday night going into Sunday. Y'all were in the Discord at like 3 in the morning. I seen Trill's name on there. I think it was Broderick. I want to say, I don't know if Miss Grace was there, but I saw it was like 5 or 6 people, and it was like late. I think I woke up for something. I don't know. Didn't know where my phone was or something, and I checked back in. I just happened to peep in just to see what's going on, and when you kind of got that half face, what's going on? The fuck these motherfuckers doing in this? God damn, go to sleep. I fell asleep, but so a lot of times there's some very good conversation going on in the Discord. I mean, you're missing a chunk of the den if you're not in the Discord. I'm missing a chunk of the den because, yeah, you're right, Ashley. I'm not in the Discord, but sometimes I'll be in there, and I'll just I'll just be listening because I'll be working on stuff in the background, and apparently. The little earphones that I use pick up everything but my voice, so I'll just listen in, to certain things. Sometimes, sometimes I just fall the fuck asleep. Sometimes it'd be late, goddamn. So don't be trying to charge me up, Brudley. We don't want you in the Discord. That's kind of already been decided, and I hate to break it to you this way. I guess maybe should have DM'd or hit the text line, but it's been decided that. You're not wanting the Discord. Sorry, Broly. I hate to do you like that. It's pretty fucked up. I know it's a terrible feeling. Nobody wants to be in the voice chat hearing strange paper bag noises, in the middle of the night. It's just kind of what it is. You in there too, Miss Just Sarah? See, that's what I'm saying. It's just and I know for people to be up at 3 in the morning having a conversation, like the only places like that happens is in the Discord, and at fucking family reunions, like everybody else done tapped out. You got a few of the old school still sitting around the table. They might still be playing some bones. Somebody drinks some fucking beers and whatever else is going on outside. That's the only motherfuckers that be up at 3 in the morning having good conversation. So that's what's up. Last night was popping. No, yeah, popping like Pop Secret. I hope. But again, yeah. How long are you gonna have to wear masks? Like that's a thing too. Double standards, right? Interesting thing. I was looking at the thing too when we were talking about. Shout out to Miss Grace, she had sent me. Do you think that there is a double standard in the way government officials are treated and citizens are being treated? Why? Right? And I can understand why people say, well, and I'm not talking about like police officers. I'm not talking about like those kind of people who are, I guess you would say, affiliated with the government in some fashion. I'm talking more like, again, like the politicians, man. And yeah, I've mentioned it many times before. I'm not a fan of politicians. I don't really think they do anything. Like, my understanding is like, why can't they work on everything, right? On everything, the way that they did on trying to get some of these bills and stuff passed for the beverage. Like imagine if you handled all of your business in that fashion, like with urgency. Like, don't you think that this country could probably run a lot more efficiently, or maybe a lot more smoothly? I don't know if you want to call it the trickle down effect, but I mean, if the government, I don't know, like it just there needs to be some changes. Things need to be done much more efficient. Like it shouldn't take this long to get. It shouldn't take days to get decisions made. Like things need to be handled much more efficiently. Because ultimately, well, they play these games of chess for bullshit. It's the people who end up suffering. And so, you and I, your family, your neighbors, your coworkers, my friends, family, neighbors, coworkers. Well, I don't have coworkers necessarily. I guess Scotty could be a coworker. Um, we're the ones that suffer when the people in charge make decisions. But guess what? They go home to their freezers full of expensive ass ice cream and they enjoy it. With no worries. I don't know.
Coulter donated $1.
What would happen if
Thanks
I
to
didn't
everyone who
have
stays
ice cream,
active
if
on
it was
Discord
never
and
invented?
holds
Well,
the
you
den
goofy
above
broad, you
YouTube.
would never know ice cream wasn't a thing and you wouldn't miss it. Mr. Coach, man, appreciate the love. Yes, man. Uh, and that's exactly what it's about. Because again, like I say, it's not about the den is not it's not about a YouTube channel. It is really about a community. So make sure you are a part of the Discord because sometimes things get said on this channel, and sometimes things could happen. That YT isn't always the nicest to people who say certain things that get said on channels like this. So make sure you're part of the community. That way we never lose you because the Den folk, we love you. Even if you're not active. Maybe not. I don't know. Couple of things, right? One, hit that like button. Two, I was complaining about the small business before I had to fix that light thing and how that gets impacted. And going back to why I think that it is necessary to start opening things. I think it's necessary to start getting things back rolling. Again, a couple of beliefs that I have. I think that if people don't feel like they have a purpose, they start to lose, a sense of self-worth and they go through things. I think it impacts their health. Now, I'm not saying that everybody loves their job. This is not what I'm saying. But there are a lot of people who do take pride in what they do, right? And when they're not able to do that, or they're at the risk of, losing the ability to do that forever, I think of course, it has, more damaging effects. But I just feel like it can have a greater impact on things than we want. Like I think people who have worked hard all this time, losing their livelihood, do they bounce back, or are they on the brink of pushing the power button, if you know what I mean? I think that, like I said, that's just people. You don't know how people are going to respond, and you got a lot of these stories going on. And two, nobody wants to only have access to shitty fucking bigwig half real foods, like the Mickey D's and the fucking whatever, I don't have to go and get into the fucking list. We all know the food is fucking full of shit. I mean, they already tell you what the fucking Burger King Impossible Burger. It's going to be impossible to even eat that. That's what the fucking impossible is. But that's what's going to happen the longer we continue to do this. And people say, oh, well, these businesses should have had this, 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 and this. No, no. I mean, shit, regular people have issues managing money. So, business is going to struggle too, especially if they're mom and pop operations, especially if it's a first time business. They're learning stuff. And you can be in business for years and you can have developed a system. And again, it could be a situation like the government where that system's not efficient, but you're in business, it works for you. I don't mean, I think that's why I don't want to say I have the most concern for. I have concern for everybody who could be impacted by it. But I think the risk takers, the people who go out, like I say, and start businesses, who risk their money, who risk their time, their life. I won't say their lives, but their time to go out on a venture and hope it succeeds. Because sometimes people don't accept just because you make something. People may not accept it, and I commend those people. But those are a lot of people who are at risk of losing, like I said, their livelihood. And again, those people that they employ risk of losing their livelihoods. So, I think it's very important. We don't even talk about it, like I say. That's crazy. Also, I watched Outbreak this weekend. Don't ask no questions. Don't ask me why. You know why I fucking watched Outbreak this weekend. All right. So I don't even have to. I don't even have to fucking. I don't have to explain anything, right? Y'all know exactly what's going on. Man Cave Sports, what's the motherfucking deal? Dakota, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. What'd you say, Brudley? 5 on Patreon. Now, for you, Brudley, we'll have to talk about a layaway plan for you. So we'll get to that. Kenneth, what's the motherfucking deal? Well, I mean, it's because the thing is, like I said, I don't want to. There's other things I guess I could be talking about as far as double standards, but I was trying to leave some things open for the table for people to, share personal experiences. So I'm kind of venturing off into some other areas of things that I have missed rambling about in the last few days. So yes, I am rambling. I'm ranting about all the things that I haven't had a chance to get off my chest. So absolutely yes. Sometimes 2 hours is not enough time to vent properly. I need vent time too. God damn it. 6ix9ine is the realest motherfucker in the game, dog. I'm not. Oh my god! Like, and part of it is like trying not to venture into too much shit because some of these could be future topics. But fuck it. 6ix9ine, like, and I'm not justifying like his actions and all that other stuff. When me and Dakota talk, like my thing with 6ix9ine is that look. The motherfuckers was okie doke for fucking bringing him in. Yeah, you saw you can make money off of him and all that. You should have kept him in the mentality of an artist. You shouldn't have allowed him to see none of what was really going on. You shouldn't have put him in a position that allowed him to do the things that he did to implicate you in all these things. But they figured, well, we're going to get him some clout. We're going to do this and do that. He's going to be certified and official. And it all backfires on you, right? And then this motherfucker comes home to fucking breaking records. Like, who's winning? Like, again, I get the idea of loyalty and being a stand-up person and paying your due. I mean, all of these things are important, right? They're all really important. But let's take away the intangibles for a second, right? The I guess the integrity, the pride that you feel. I mean, those are feelings. This guy, I mean, again, depending on your perspective of it, right? I'm not mad. I don't really care. Honestly, I really don't give two shits because I think, like I said, the dudes they played themselves and then they did it. But if you have a chance to say, well, I could go to jail for the rest of my fucking life, probably, or until I'm, say, 60 years old or something like that. Or these guys who did a bunch of hoe ass shit to me, I could fuck them over sign a $10 million deal, do a year or so in jail, and come back to basically everything I left, if not more. Right? You're faced with a real decision right there, right? Am I gonna take this L for the next, 30, 50 years, however long, whatever it is, it is what it is. Or I could go back and hit the fucking lottery. Like I could literally do a year or so of jail and hit the fucking lottery. Like, what are you gonna pick? Be real. I mean, and you can say a lot of these things, and it's easy when you're not in a situation to say it. But let's be real. Hey, I'm just saying. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who got calling into the den? This evening.
Hey, this is Rashida. What's up?
Hello, Miss Rashida. Speaking of, 6ix9ine, number one fan, Miss Rashida Reed. How are you doing this evening, Miss Rashida? What's on your mind?
Your ass just boring me to death. I don't know what the hell you
I'm
talking
boring you to death. Wait, you don't even be in here like that. No, you know what? You don't even be in here like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking.
cause it's boring. That's why.
Oh, well, maybe it would be better if I had energy from vitamin and mineral packed sideman sandwich. Made with only the finest
I
in
told you
ingredients.
what you gotta do to get that sound. You gotta get your game skills up.
That's terrible. I'm an excellent gamer. I might get on some
Hey,
mixer
matter of
action.
fact, my little nephew, he in there playing this game right now. You want me to ask him for a few tips for you?
What game is your nephew playing right now?
Shit, I don't know. Some shit he playing some other kids.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
keep up with it.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Oh, but you know what? One thing, stop picking them black players. That's how they begin your ass.
The
You
black
gotta
player.
pick the other players. Yeah, stop, cause they kill them first.
So
You gotta get the one, to blend in.
so don't the black players blend in better? I mean, if we're in a darker or dirtier
Now
environment.
you stick out, cause the rest of them ain't too many black players on the game.
Oh,
So
so you
you
said.
stick out. It's black people first.
Okay, so they're hunting down the black people first. They're going to avoid any other potential enemy until they
Mhm.
eradicate the blacks off the map. Then they will go to war with one another. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Right.
Man. So, what are your thoughts?
I've been in the den. You just ain't seen because I've
Mm,
been late.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna take your word.
Yeah.
It sounds good, but we'll see. What are your thoughts on the 6ix9ine situation? Or actually, I'm sorry. Well, let's actually stick with the topic of today. Let's get back to that 'cause I have rambled on. Um, double standards.
Oh, and another thing about your memory, you know why your memory bad? Because all them days that you hit Kush den, you just smoked your
You,
little brain cells.
you
So,
know,
I'm
yeah, partially. I mean, I could definitely say that that may have a bit to do with it, but I think there could possibly be other factors that
and
you know.
I don't give a shit what y'all saying in the chat. Hell yeah, I'm coming in here talk about Hunter Way because that's what I feel like doing. And whoever don't like it, come hang my damn phone up. That's what I'm on tonight. Come
Mm,
hang it up.
mm, interesting.
Now. Okay, moving along. What were you saying, Honcho, now?
We were talking about double standards, yes, and
Okay.
how they impact people. Would you say that there is a double standard that impacts your life? That do you feel like you get treated or you have to play by a different set of rules than someone else for whatever reason?
Um, well, one issue I see is that women don't get the same kind of respect when they give their opinions on sports when they're talking within a circle of men. It's like unless you agree with what they're saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Interesting, interesting. So,
I've had that happen all the time growing up, because I grew up with all brothers,
mhm,
and my opinion was discounted unless it was in agreement with theirs. When I was in agreement, it was like, girl, you know everything about sports. But when I ain't agree, girl, you don't know shit.
interesting, interesting.
So
So you think that was because you were a female that you were treated that way?
Oh, most definitely.
Mm.
Most definitely, because other guys could have their opinion, difference of opinion, and they didn't start telling them, oh, you don't know shit, oh, you don't, it wasn't like that.
Yeah. Well,
But with me, it was more so because I'm a woman, you don't know nothing about sports. Unless you agree with them, you don't know nothing.
mm, it wouldn't have anything to do with your propensity to hop teams, would it?
Um, First of all, I'm a ride that Bears and what's the other thing? Bulls. Yeah, Bears and Bulls fan. So
What is
don't
this? The
do
stock
me.
market? Is that what we talking about? Bears and bulls? What's going on? What you talking about? What are we discussing here?
Whatever.
Um, no, that's weren't you a Patriots fan, or you was rooting for somebody? You was rooting for somebody in the sauce one day, and you was cheering for other teams. You know,
That was
you
called troll.
when you
That's called troll.
when you rooting for Dallas one day. I think you was cheering for Dallas for something, and
Why you putting all that out there like that though?
I was just asking
Now
questions.
you want to ask me this what you do all the time. You bring up shit that you know I did and say, remember when you did? I remember when I did. Everybody else didn't know that. They didn't need to know that. But
But
here you go with the bullshit. Oh yeah, Rashida. Remember when you posted on Facebook about your Patriots fan, and then wait a minute, I think I got the screenshot. Let me pull it up for you
you know
guys.
what?
Pull it up.
Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up a screenshot of it since we, it might be. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, you gonna be bogus. You do be bogus. I shouldn't even called in. I shouldn't even let you put everybody to sleep that way.
well, hey, it's in the evening time. People need to rest. They probably been,
Right.
exercises, working out hard today. So maybe I can help them,
Everybody
soothe
exercise with people
soothe them to sleep.
eating and drinking. That's what they doing.
Mm, interesting. Interesting about it, but that's crazy. Whoa, what the
Hey,
hell
Trill.
is
Hey,
going on?
Ashley.
Oh, ain't no haze
I
for
was
nothing.
waiting on Miss Bell to call. That's what was taking me so long, too. But she didn't call. And I'm the first call. Make sure you give my first call a pistachio.
I'm out of first collar pistachios. I only got regular collar pistachios now.
See, this the bullshit you do. Remember what happened when last time you came
Man,
with the
I was
bullshit.
assaulted. Don't worry,
You got
I
these
filed a police
pistachio
report.
pistachio.
I filed a police
Mm,
report.
yeah.
After I was assaulted
I
with
ain't
pistachios, it was
police.
unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I did nothing. So are you gonna come to the? Are you gonna come to the Den Folk movie watch party?
Yeah, no, I don't like movies. Now,
You,
if you do some music, then I show up to that. But I don't do movies. I don't even do them for myself. You know, I dare sure ain't gonna do them for with a lot of people in there I don't even like. So, because I know all the nerds and weirdos gonna be in there.
well, why they gotta be nerds and weirdos?
But that's who like movies.
Nerds and weirdos like movies. So normal people don't
Hmm.
like movies.
Right. That's right. That's what I said.
No, that's terrible. That is terrible. Um,
Mhm.
what's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie?
I just told you I don't like movies like that.
You have seen an Eddie Murphy movie. Everybody's seen an Eddie Murphy movie. Uh oh.
Um, Coming to America. That's it.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Hmm.
That's funny as shit. That is so funny. The timing of that. Um, okay, so coming to America, that works. And what would you say your favorite Tom Cruise movie is?
Tom Cruise. It's the one where he was dancing in his socks. I can't remember the name of that shit for nothing in the world. He like went across the room and he was had on his shirt and he had on some socks and he would dance. That's the movie I like. Cruise.
I know the scene you're talking about. I don't know the name of the movie. Risky Business. Um,
Gotta be good. Yeah.
what was that movie about? I've just heard of
Coulter
that scene. I don't
donated
even know what
$1.
the
Bro,
thing's
you
about.
been giving off an Eddie Murphy vibe all night. Been watching the PJs, feel good?
Oh shit! No, I haven't.
Hey, hold on a minute. I gotta take a little cough medicine. My damn cough. Hold on.
What you got some promethazine
No, I just
with
got some
codeine?
regular cough.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say send me some. No, I don't even know why.
Okay.
What have I watched anything Eddie Murphy-ish lately? No. I've been watching a few Jim Carrey movies lately. What did I watch? I watched Ace Ventura the other day. Ace Ventura was my shit. I forgot how much I used to enjoy that movie. Laces Out.
You
Hiding
know
when his
what? I didn't like
finkel is
him
up.
in movies. I liked him on In Living Color.
You didn't like
I
Jim
don't know.
Carrey in movies?
No.
If you didn't like Jim Carrey, you're missing like one of the best parts of Jim Carrey. I think that's where he really found himself. Like he was funny as
And the
shit. Don't get me
mask,
wrong.
that shit was so goddamn stupid. Ooh, I hated that movie.
Okay. If the mask was stupid, well, what difference was the mask from say Fire Marshal Bill?
It was better as Fire Marshal V.
They're both over the top crazy characters, very animated. What's the difference?
In the mask, that was just too much. Somebody's oh no. That's your own ad.
Okay. Okay.
And we off topic.
Yeah, we're always off topic. We're definitely we stay off
Oh.
topic. All right, so that means you said that you'd rather do a song. So that means after the stream tonight, you'll come in the den and sing karaoke.
Don't nobody want to hear me sing, but
Well,
John.
you know, we all want to hear you sing. John ain't even in the Discord, but we all want to hear you sing. If I play some music,
Oh.
you'll sing along with the song. If a song of my choice.
Well, how come when I was singing, you be putting that cat up there? If you like my singing so much,
Which
I saw that.
which cat?
You know which that white cat? That white cat
The
looks like
gangster
they
cat?
be howling.
Oh, that one. I thought you were talking about I thought you were
Mm-hmm.
talking about the do rag cat. Um,
Mm-mm.
no, I think the cat's
Like I
cool.
be preaching.
No, I put that cat.
Mm-hmm.
I put the cat up there for everybody. Everybody. The
No, you
cat.
don't.
That's
No,
like
you don't.
it's like what do they use on the shows on the America's Got Talent? Don't they got like a thing like a approval thing? That's kind of like what the cat is, like a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Like that lets me know. That's like the cat is like a sign of you get to go on to the next round. That's a yes from me. That's what the cat
Mm.
represents.
Oh, and back to the double standard thing. Um, I feel like as a black woman, sometimes I have to be nice because there's this perception that black women are mean and angry. So I feel like in certain situations where I should be mean, I just I have to be nicer.
Um, so my question on that is, and I appreciate the love, Mr. Culture. My question on that is, Rashida, when are you ever nice?
I just called to save you from boring people to death. So wasn't that nice?
In such a backhanded fashion, maybe so.
I'm always nice, but no, I wouldn't say I'm always nice.
I would
But
say
I
that
do
either.
feel like I have to watch how I say things because of the way it's gonna be perceived, and somebody else could say the same thing, which I know that people will say the same thing I said, but when I say it, people got to take it all the way to the 10 and be mad. When somebody else say it, it's like they don't even be mad at it. I mean, I don't get it.
Do you think it's the
But
delivery?
what do you mean?
The way you present it. So maybe, you could say something in a fashion, it may be the truth, but maybe it's more abrasive how they receive it. When somebody else could say, pretty much the same thing, but just because of the way they delivered it, it sounds a little bit like when I was talking earlier about, curse words being stupid. Poop
Hmm.
and shit mean exactly the same thing, but you can say one in public and the other one is frowned upon. So it's just like, that's kind of it's just the way you receive it. So I guess the outer shell and how that message is delivered. So maybe if you're abrasive, they don't receive it as well. But if you're smooth with it, you can deliver the same message. What is it? You attract more flies with honey and vinegar or something like that. Bees, I don't know. So you attract something with some honey and some vinegar. So. Um, That's what you got. That's what you
Yeah, I can see your point on that.
got. Okay, okay.
But I don't know how else to be but me. I'm just me.
No,
I
no,
mean, you
I
take it
mean,
how you get it.
well, I mean, it depends. I think that if you're happy being you, then don't change. There's no reason to. But if you're not, and you don't know how else to be, I mean, there's plenty of ways to to alter.
I wouldn't say I'm not happy. I would say other people not happy. I would say it like that.
So you say other people are not happy that you are who you are. Well, then I guess their best bet would be to avoid crossing your path.
I think that's very good advice.
Okay, okay, all right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Brother says you mean that you're not nice. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Huh?
Roger said that you meant that you are not nice.
Who said that?
Hmm? Broderick
Who said
Brooks.
that?
Broderick, I try to sing like Luther, but I'd rather eat the Luther. Brooks.
He said I'm not nice.
Yes, correct.
Well, you take your ass to bed and go sit by your wife and be quiet then.
Hmm. Wait, why it's got to be all that?
Can't you call him? Can't you call him on the three-way?
Well, if it is,
Cause I'm about tired of him saying his little slick comments.
I don't notice if Broderick accepts. I will call Mr. Broderick on the three-way if he would like to discuss a conversation. I'm not going to be responsible for Broderick getting in trouble and you trying to upset the Brooks household. All right, Sir Broderick of House Brooks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be complicit in any of these
Down him up,
actions.
down him up, down him up. I'm tired of him talking his shit. Down him up.
Hold on, he said he wants to smoke. I don't know, Broderick. What is the motherfucking deal? He gonna bring Brody B back?
Bring it on. Bring it. Bring it.
Dun, dun, dun. People's Court had like the best music.
They sure did.
It did. Like People's Court got you into it. Like it's going down in a little typewriter. This motherfucker is accused of some stupid bullshit, and we're gonna find out in the People's Court. Dun, dun, dun. All rise. Some old crazy shit like that. But I don't know. I don't know if he's accepting the challenge.
I
Man.
know he ain't gonna accept. That's all he gonna do. Talk shit in the chat.
Okay. All right.
That's okay. Next time, Broderick, but you better stop talking that shit.
Okay. Well, she didn't. She lay the smack down, let you know how she feel, and
Broderick know I'm just playing with him, so y'all can calm down and shut the hell up.
I don't know. Damn. Well, damn. Okay. All right. So what are your thoughts on Mr. 6ix9ine being free?
I don't give a shit about him being free. Ain't he supposed to be free?
Are you gonna get his new album?
Hell no. I ain't getting on his album. Why would I get his new?
Why not? You don't
I
jam?
don't like his music.
You don't jam 6ix9ine?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah, 6ix9ine be jamming. Yeah, hard to paint.
Oh, well, you ain't never played none of his music in here.
There's a reason for that. The DM, what slick comments? I'm not sure what slick comments other than what you said. I don't know. Let me scroll back a little ways. What did brother say earlier? I don't even know. So much shit to search through. Oh yeah, about you beating that you're not nice. Yeah. So
I am nice. Who I'm not nice to in the den?
Mm-hmm.
Not one person in the den can say I ain't nice to them. And if they say I'm not, they're a goddamn lie.
I'm not normally a person who, likes to jump out and speak for other people. But what I will say is, I'm
Why
gonna,
you voicing all mad shit?
I'm just
I
gonna,
ain't. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I'm just
What
sprinkling,
is that?
I'm just sprinkling a little bit of doubt, just a little bit of doubt on that last statement that you made.
Ain't you supposed to be impartial? So
You know what I realized? And when it comes to the den, like my thing is to say that I want to be impartial, right? But
mhm. Right.
I'm not.
Exactly.
I'm not impartial, but I listen.
I knew that.
And I'm open
Mhm.
to listening, and I think that's different. Because I mean, I would be a liar to say, "Oh, I'm not biased." I'm absolutely biased, but I'm willing to listen to a different perspective and even entertain it. If it makes sense. But Miss
Okay.
Rashida,
When did you see me being mean to somebody in the den? When did you witness that, Honcho? I
uh,
want to know the date and the time. I'm on receipt.
receipts. Okay, I'll have to go back and do a little auditing, but I'm sure that I can provide you the receipts that you have requested, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
At a future time and date, I will provide
Yeah, we gonna
a
check this
list.
out.
If you feel as though you were assaulted, treated rudely, or mean by Miss Rashida Reed, call the Denline anonymously. We won't report you with your story, and we will share it.
That's right. That's right. Leave your story. I want to hear these lies. Because it's probably going to be a bunch of bullshit and lies.
That's terrible. That's
Now,
terrible.
leave your name. Don't call anonymously. If you gonna say some shit, stand on it.
Call announcement. I
No,
got y'all.
ain't no calling anonymous.
Okay. But here's the deal, Miss Rashida. We have some people on hold. I know that your goal was to keep me from boring everybody, but it seems as though you have stimulated the conversation and the den and saved the den folk from an early
Well,
bedtime.
it's too late now. I done already got started and I ain't ready to get off yet. So whoever
And,
on hold
and
to be on hold because you had a whole goddamn hour to call in before I called. Now all of a sudden I call and start talking. Then now you want to call in? Don't work like that.
Interesting. Is that so?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a takeover, hostile takeover.
Wow. See, I told y'all Rashida was on some other things down in the
Mm.
shy. That name ring bells in the streets. I thought I was joking about that. Um, yeah, but
Well, y'all better be lucky I was done anyway.
okay. Oh, okay.
And
Well,
I want my early bird pistachios. I want my first call of pistachios, and I want my second call of pistachios.
I'm gonna check my pistachio account, see what I got for you.
I don't want none of them old broke dead pistachios you be giving out either.
Why they gotta be broke egg pistachios?
Hmm. Well, I would say it's been a pleasure talking to you, but I see people just want to call in and lie on me and everything. I don't understand it, but that's all right. And Broderick, I'm shocked at you.
Oh, Trill has utilized the emojis. Uh-oh. Yeah, we gotta come up with a system for that, y'all. How many emoji down
I'm
vote type thing.
real. Many times your long-winded ass been on here talking. You really can't talk about nobody, so you can shut your little stuff out. My business.
Yeah.
You be on here talking a goddamn 2 hours. Come on now, stop it.
Interesting. Interesting,
Mm.
nonetheless.
Next time y'all asses will call in, and you don't want Rashida calling in. Call in now.
Get them. All right, Miss Rashida. Well, I appreciate you activating the party, getting the party
No, you
started.
don't.
Yes, I do. You know,
No,
from
you
the
don't.
from the bottom of my heart and soul, Miss Rashida.
Cause
I
you ain't
appreciate
even been in person. You tried to jump on the bandwagon and say I be in there talking about people and being mean to people. You tried to get in on me too.
you. Well, no, I never said that. I never said such a thing.
You see, I always, you know what? I'm finna go, cuz. This is terrible.
Terrible, right? It is terrible. Oh, goodness
It
gracious.
is terrible.
Well, I appreciate you calling, Miss Rashida, whether you believe it or not.
No, you
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I thank you, and you have a good evening.
You too.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Okay. Rashida and I are going to have to keep a tally chat. Wait, no, seriously, Honcho, to see who gets into more arguments on the social media, who gets kicked out of more things, and who blocks and kicks out other people. Because I swear I say the same thing. If I say something or give an opinion, men seem to have a problem with it. But another man could say the same thing and share the same views as me, and they don't say shit to them.
What?
And it happens to me all the time. Not necessarily so much in the den, but on Facebook and things, especially being I'm an independent woman. You know, I'm only conservative right now because I'm supporting the party that I think will be doing a better job for right now. But if I say something that a liberal man doesn't agree with, they are all over my ass. You mean? But those punks don't say shit to a man that shares the same views as me. They're pussy. That's what they are. You know, so yeah. And my son, I told you, my son says I have no social media etiquette. So I'm trying, but I said, you're going to tell me I got to be different? You know, and that's why I haven't invited him into the den. He's not invited.
Does he have too much social media etiquette?
No, because he'll sit there and start telling me, no, mommy, come on, that's embarrassing. You're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to do this. You know,
Okay.
and I talk about this. The den is our thing. You know what I mean? And a couple, I've invited, like, listen, maybe 9 people, my daughter, Keith, for the last 2. But anyway, about this corona, I'm sick of this bullshit already, Honcho. My time is valuable.
Correct.
I had to go to Walmart this morning. I went to the post office to mail something out to Dakota's little girls. And I have to stop and put on these little plastic gloves, then put this freaking mask on my face because you can't go into the post office without it, and it's pissing me off. It's hot. You know, people need to proceed with common sense. They said that 84% of the people that are hospitalized because of corona are the people that sheltered in place.
Really?
Yes. You know, this is the worst thing to be staying inside like this here. You mean heat kills viruses. And when we were younger, and I mentioned this, I think in the Discord or something the other day, when we were younger, when my kids were small, if a kid got chicken pox or measles, and we heard about it, you send all the kids over there to play with that kid.
Yeah.
You know, when my daughter got the chicken pox, the neighbor said, what? David's got the chicken pox? They send all their kids over because you want all the kids to get it. It sounds barbaric because it was better for them to get it when they were young, because it was much more dangerous, and they built their immune system. It was much more dangerous as you got older. It could be fatal. You know, so that's what we did. You mix everybody up. You know, so we need to get out there, and you need vitamin D. You mean it kills it, and just sheltering in place, it's the difference between existing and living. You mean, and I am not an existing kind of person. I don't like running around on my damn knees. Let me stand. Let me go to the, let me get on an airplane if I want to. Let me go to the damn beach if I want to. That's my business. You know, and this is the other thing. You know how on Fridays, a lot of people, I didn't, they like to go to bars and sit down and socialize and unwind from the work week. How is this going to happen? Are they going to be sitting 2 and 3 stools apart so they can be 6 feet apart and start yelling across at each other?
Yeah, it's odd. I mean, I've seen some of the photos of some of these places where they're putting up, you know, the shower curtains and different plastic dividers and things like that. It just seems awkward. And I agree, like, you know, people do need to get out and we need to start, you know, trying to get back to what was normal. But I just think it's going to get real weird for a little while. I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah, and you know, the thing of it is, like I said, I was reading up on the airliners. First class is going to be at 40%, coach is going to be at 50%. You know, they're going to leave the middle aisle, the middle seats empty. Well, if they're not loading up those planes, guess what? They're going to have to really increase the prices of plane fare. That's going to cost a lot of money. You know, and then back to the bars where people sit there. They're going to be yelling. The music's going to have to be down. You know, I saw those pictures also in restaurants where they have these clear shower curtains. That's nasty. I don't want to go and eat with shower curtains. That's going to make me think of mildew and a ring around the tub. You know, that's nasty. You know, so I'm sick of it already. I am. You know what I mean? Those that are afraid, you stay home and let me go out and enjoy my life.
Correct.
You know, because I don't, and I don't mind going in and out the house, but I just don't want to be putting on all that extra stuff. You know, that's ridiculous to me.
No, I agree.
But and then these same people that are talking about, oh, the virus, we're going to get sick, are the same people that didn't give two shits about open borders and everybody coming in with diseases, even these old diseases that were over and done with a long time ago. They didn't even know. They didn't care about that. Now they're suddenly worried about getting sick. I don't think so. You know what I mean? Something that has a 98% recovery rate, you'll be okay. Somebody's got to die. It's like going to war. Somebody has to die. You mean I'm considered one of the vulnerable ones? You mean I'll go out in it? I'm not afraid of a goddamn coronavirus. You know, anybody wants to be a bitch-ass nigger, then you stay home and you be scared. But I'm not going to be afraid of no goddamn. If I'm not afraid, these young people, that's too weak. We've gotten too soft. I'm sorry. We've gotten too soft. But the other thing is, my little powwow. Let me say, is my daughter in here?
Yes, I just saw Missing Grace
Is
coming.
she in here? Let me see.
Oh, y'all are terrible people. Mr. Keith.
Oh, I see. Wait a minute. Jay's portrait is on here.
Yeah, Jay.
Let me tell you something, everybody. I had to cuss his ass out so badly. He didn't like it. So what he did was he stole my picture and my identity. You mean so that his picture wasn't near the cuss outs and everybody picked up on it. You mean that's a weak ass, punk ass move. You mean keep your ugly face up there, your little artwork, your little etch-a-sketch. You know what I mean? And never mind trying to steal somebody's picture. But it was an improvement over the picture that you had up there. Okay. Let me see. Is my daughter in here, Day? You and your mom?
Yeah, she's there. Yes, she is. Yes, she said here.
Okay. My little Keith Powell, let me ask you something, Honcho, and anybody can answer in the den. If you ever went out and you ran into a girl or a guy and you gave them your phone number and you tell them, yeah, give me a call sometime, and they call you over 40 years later, how would you feel? Be honest. Come on, Broderick. You be talking big smack.
Oh, man. If somebody called me over 40 years later, I don't know. I'd have to be feeling some kind of way. I'd have to be feeling kind of good about myself. I must have done something right. No, I don't know. 40 years later, I don't know. I think it would depend on who the person is, but that would be a tough scenario to be in. I mean, I think you can entertain a little bit of conversation, see how people are, but I don't know. I think it would just depend on the individual. Yes.
Well, that can go both ways. Okay, yep, some people say, okay, flattered, nice, cute. You mean, but it's like if you have 25 things to do in your life, because I'm sure you all can hear that Mr. Keith is an OG player. You can hear it. The little guy that rides a big motorcycle when he's a player out there, I saw that.
Mr. Keith rides a motorcycle?
Oh. Yes, he is. He's an OG player. So, it's like you have think of this, Hunter, you have 25 things to do in your lifetime. You get down to 1 through 24. You did everything else. You're having a ball. You're having fun. Then all of a sudden people die off. People are gone. All kinds of things that happen. You had all your fun. Okay, what else do I have to do now? Oh, let me dig back into the closet and pull out this little box of Kathy and dust it off and give her a call. So I was the last thing. Think about it that way, Honcho.
Well, like they say, you save the best for last, right?
Honcho, don't go there. Okay? While he was out there living his life carelessly, you mean I was living my life responsibly. Okay? There's the difference. But I'm not going to dog Keith out. You know what I mean? Because he is really, really a nice guy. I will not disrespect that man. Absolutely not. But it's the truth, Honcho. That's just the way I feel. And I just want to see what people had to say about it. You know what I mean? Over 40 years later, you ever come give me a call? Yeah, it feels wonderful and good, but then there's another side. What? After you got 1 foot in the grave, now me? Nigga, please. But he's... Okay, but I have a couple of things. If my daughter's on here, I'm going to ask her some questions just so you're going to hear some things about me.
Okay.
Okay? I wish she would just say, I'm here, Mom, and type it into the chat.
I think she had said here earlier.
Okay, here she goes. Okay. M. Grace, when I go on vacation or overnight or anything, how do I pack? What do I do? Even if people are going on vacation with me, what do I do with everybody's clothes? Even if I tell everybody, put it in the computer room, what do I do with everybody's clothes? Come on. Yeah, exactly. I starch and iron everybody's clothes, my clothes. I'm a real stickler about that kind of stuff, okay? And Keith met me, okay, in a club, and whenever I go out to a club, I wear high heels, okay? M. Grace, can Mommy wear high heels all day long? Yes or no? She's not answering me.
It might take a second. Like I said, I think there's maybe a second or two behind or delay.
Oh, yeah, because just say mine was lagging. I was behind. Okay, come on, M. Grace. Can Mommy wear high heels all day long? I run around in high heels.
Really, D-Love?
Okay, forget it. I guess you don't want to.
She said that I hope the answer is no.
Yeah, exactly. I don't wear high heels. Okay? I can do it in a club, but I got to take those off. M. Grace, I'm only going to ask you 4 more questions about me. Okay? How important is food to me? Is it important, yes or no? Okay, did she answer?
Absolutely.
That's right. Food is the most goddamn important. I'm going to tell you something, Honcho. I think I told you before. I'm one of those people, when I go somewhere, if the food is good, I had a ball. If the food is bad, I had a terrible time. Food is extremely important to me, and I told you it's because of growing up without much food. You mean I used to steal food. I told you that. Okay? And M. Grace, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions after this. Do I like eating fast food? Yes or no? Do you see it, Honcho? Do I like eating fast food? Absolutely not. I don't play that bull crap. You know what I mean? And even now, with us being sheltered in place and all this other craziness, I've been supporting our local restaurants, and we have a lot of mom and pop shops around here. And they said most of them are doing quite well. They're working at 75% capacity.
Right.
I mean, I eat whole meals. I don't mess around with fast food. You know what I mean? And okay, Marlo, do I like breakfast? Yes or no? What is that my favorite meal of the day? Breakfast. Yes or no? We're playing detective on here, Honcho, right now. Prepaid was on. You know how I pull things together. Did she answer? If I like breakfast or not?
She said, "Don't say it first."
She said what?
Don't say her first.
Eastside Harold donated
But she
$2
said, that's right.
through Super
Okay.
Chat.
Now,
OG
when I
Keith,
do
are
eat
you taking
breakfast,
notes?
Okay, do I eat a hot breakfast or do I eat a cold breakfast like cereal and things?
Really?
Hot or cold?
You don't like
What'd she say?
breakfast?
What'd she say?
I'm not sure. I don't see the answer yet.
Okay, she said hot. Okay, here's another question. Okay, and there's only two breakfasts that I really do like, Honcho. I like a Southern breakfast, and I like a French breakfast. A Southern breakfast because I like the fried chicken, and I like grits. Not a big bowl of grits. Just give me a little bowl of grits with some butter in it. Where I live, the town that I live in, you can't go to a restaurant and find grits. If I want to go to a restaurant and eat grits for breakfast, I have to go into Boston. They don't sell that around here.
Really?
You can get it in stores. No, they don't. We don't. We're cream of wheat people, and that's not the same as grits, and it doesn't. And I love a little bowl of grits. Okay, now one last thing, M. Grace. When I eat my more like a French breakfast, I like crepes. Okay, I like my pancakes and things really thin. M. Grace, when I eat my pancakes, when I make my pancakes, what box do I do, or how do I make them?
And Mr. Keith asked if he can come over. And Grace says from scratch.
That's from scratch. Thank you. I don't use box mix because I don't eat pre-processed food or processed food. And one last thing I'm going to ask my daughter, M. Grace, how long have I been this way? Did I just stop being this way, or as far back as you can remember?
Shout out to Shaq Cushington in the building.
And what'd she say?
Always.
Thank you. I've always been this way. So, talking to Keith, like I said, I was a little foggy in things. I said there was no way that I could have gone to a club with heels on and things like that there. And at first he said a week, and I had to get him down from that. That wouldn't be me. I can't walk in heels. And somebody would have had to fix me a good goddamn breakfast or some food. And I would have had to have a change of clothes, a bag of clothes, because I starch and iron and have everything laid out. I have to have my special moisturizers, all of that stuff. What the hell, did I go lay up with some guy and not have a change of clothes and run around with dirty underwear or some crap? That's just not my style. But I will say this. With Keith, getting to know him now, I understand, and I remember the name, I remember his uncle and things like that. But for me to give this man my phone number and my address, like I said, we used to write. They didn't have the social media. It's because I knew that the heart of that man. If I didn't bother afterward, and if I gave him the number, the message was, if I didn't say it to him, I looked at that lifestyle, and I told you what my life was like when I ran away from home, and I got away from that lifestyle. So that's the reason why, I got away from somebody like Keith. I'm going to be honest with you. I might have said it to him, or the message, and I never really like taking guys' information, like their phone numbers. I give my number to them, and the message is, you call me if you're really interested, and if you're doing something I don't like and you call me, now I know you're kind of interested, now I'm going to have to let you know if you want to be with somebody like me, you have to stop doing some of the things that I don't like. I knew Keith's heart, but I also knew that life.
See, I knew
that life.
I knew when OG Super Keith first called, I know an old school player when I see one, man. I could hear it. He probably had some Gators on when he called on the phone. I got
okay.
The now and later Gators on, but
what really happened? Like the OGs. Remember, I think I might have mentioned it before. They're like gangster gentlemen.
Gangster gentlemen. Yeah.
That's how it was. Yeah, gentlemen gangsters. They were like that, and they're cool like that. Like I said, I can't tell you young people enough. I wouldn't trade the way I grew up and the era that I grew up. I would not trade it with this younger generation today. I would not trade it. There's nothing like an OG. You know what I mean? Keith has kind of grown on me. Like a fungus. Like you people in the den that I love so much. Even some people, like I said, when I first started the den, like my daughter would tell you, I don't like a lot of people. I like some, but not that much. But there's been so many people in the den that I absolutely am in love with. I love them. You know what I mean? A lot of these girls in here, they're like my daughters. I just absolutely love them. You know what I mean? Some of the guys, I absolutely love them. You all grew on me like a fungus. You know what I mean? And that's why the den is my thing. Now, some people ain't invited.
Like a fungus, yeah. That is that's a very interesting way of putting it. It is kind of true. I think I think many people could agree with that.
So, Keith, I was somebody that he liked, you know what I mean? But he wanted to continue to play and do his things and live his life, and carelessly somewhat. You know, but he was having a ball. He was doing it. He's funny. And I told him earlier today, Honcho, I said, you know what? I'm not even going to talk to you that much. I'm going to leave you alone. You know what he said? Bullshit, and everybody's going to know it. I'm like, what? He's going to put us on blast on the den?
I don't believe OG Super Keith would do anything like that. That's not to play away. Say it ain't so, OG Super Keith.
Yeah. If I said I really don't want you to do something like that, he wouldn't, because he's really cool like that. You know, but, okay, I am going to get off the phone and see if anybody else is going to call. And I did have another reading because John and them were asking for it, you know what I mean? But now I'm not going to do another reading because Jay Portraits, he kind of messes up the den, and people are even sick and tired of his ass. You know what I mean? And he acts like such a kid. You know what I mean? So I said, nah, I'm not going to do a reading and things like he needs to go somewhere, and he's lucky I didn't report his ass and have him kicked out. You know, because I'll let him come back just so I can let him know how immature and how many people, you know what I mean, think he's a little bitch-ass nigga. You know what I mean? He needs to grow the freak up because we're a special family in the den. You know what I mean? Everybody gets along. You know what I mean? Even if we don't like each other for a minute and things like that, but I've never seen anybody this immature in the den and think because he's etch-a-sketched you a little picture, he thinks I'm jealous that you show his picture all over the place. My granddaughter draws better pictures than that. She's an artist by nature, baby. So I call him J. Maria. You know how Maria be looking? J. Maria Etch-a-Sketch.
Well, damn.
Okay. So I will see you. I'll be listening, and I may have to call back in again.
Miss Grace, before you go, though, one last question. OG Super Keith asked if he can come over.
No.
Okay, straight and direct to the answer. All right. Okay. Well,
Any more questions? Anybody else have questions?
I can't say I didn't ask. No, I think that's it.
My granddaughter's honor roll, Jay. Yeah, she's honor roll, and she goes to a private school, not like your special ed. And you know what? And I bet you were working on an expired IEP. Because I can tell you're special ed, because you can't spell, you can't formulate a sentence, and special ed kids, that's what they like to do. They like to draw. It's cute. Okay, let me hang up now. I don't have to kick his ass again because here we try to steal another identity. Can you believe that somebody, look at all that he did. You go back into the den on my birthday, you take a picture, you steal it, you crop it, you put it on, you change it to my name at Real K Grace, and then you try to friend request me under your real name and then under that name. All that trouble. Can you believe that, Honcho? Who would go through all that trouble?
I might have to. There was an idea that was given a while back. I think we're gonna have to do it soon. I'm not gonna say what it is, but yes, that's very peculiar.
Yeah, that is. That's not normal. You know what I mean? That's a psychopath. That's not normal. You know what I mean? When you go through all that trouble, and he did it. I looked at the time. He did it wee hours of the morning. I'm like, what the hell? So he couldn't sleep that night, so he was bothered. So he went back into one of the dens on my birthday and stole one of the pictures and cropped it and did all of that work and then opened up a whole new account with my name and then tried to friend request me and tried to mess with other people as well. You know? So, Honcho, I think, to be honest with you, and anybody in the den, something needs to be done about that. You know what I mean? I think you, of course, he needs to be out. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's not something that we do. We don't go stealing people's identities like that. And some of the people, because I didn't say much, some of the people in the den didn't even know, because I said I'm not even going to bring it up. But since he came on just now, I just want everybody down in the chat to know, you mean, what this person does. He'll steal your dirty underwear off a line, please.
Good. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible thing.
Okay, let me hang up now. Okay.
All right, Ms.
Bye-bye.
Gashflow, I appreciate you calling in. You have a good evening.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right, bye. Interesting. Okay. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's going on, Honcho? This is the boy Man Up here.
Man Up, what's the motherfucking deal? What's going on, Mr. Man Up? What's going on in Man Up's world, man?
Oh man, you know, I'm living in your world, man. I'm just trying to figure out what the rules are.
Oh man, there's no rules. You know, this the den. This is a ruthless environment. Cutthroat. Nah. So, what are your thoughts on double standards, Mr. Man Up? You know, do you feel like there's ever been a double standard that's been applied to you, maybe unfairly, or you know that you get a different level of treatment for something maybe that you can't necessarily control?
Well, you know, this double standard thing, first of all, let me start getting to that. I want to say, Kate Grace, if you feel like somebody's messing with you like that, yeah, that don't seem right at all. So you got to handle your business on that. But I want to talk about this double standard thing. You know, I think we all deal with double standards. Everybody, all walks of life. Now, I am going to say this here. I think men deal with double standards in a certain way and women in another way. And let me explain what I mean. For example, calling a woman the B word. You know, if a man calls a woman the B word, you know, it's an outrage. But if a woman calls another woman the B word, you know, sometimes, I'm not saying this is all women because I know that's not true. Let me put that out there because women going to say not all. I know this is the first thing they're going to say. But if a woman calls another woman the B word, first thing they say is, oh, she just jealous. She just wish she was me. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's like a double standard. You get mad at a man for saying, but not another woman. It's strange. But then there's a double standard with men. You know what I'm saying? Men have sex with a lot of different women. You know, it's cool and looked at to be cool. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. You know what I'm saying? But a woman has sex with a whole bunch of men, she's considered a hoe.
Correct.
You know, and I do think, you know, this double standard crap is ridiculous. You know, it should be one way no matter what. No matter who you are, what you look like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. It shouldn't matter just because, you know, this person has said it and not you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just, to me, it's one of those type of things that just I don't know. To me, it's frowned upon. If I'm saying it accurately, it's just one of those things to where you wonder why is that? You know, who came up with these rules? Where they come from? Why? You know, all this different stuff. So, I just think with this double standard stuff, it's like, me and you talk about this a lot. You know, preach about fairness no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that with that, I think there shouldn't be no double standard. It's either good or it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's either right or wrong. It shouldn't matter, you know, if you're male or female. It shouldn't matter if you're black or white. It shouldn't matter, none of that crap. One way, that's it. But I know that's not how the world works, and, you know, I get that, and I know that. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, there shouldn't be no such thing as a double standard.
I agree. I think I feel kind of the same way, but, you know, we have certain, you know, protected groups or however you want to look at it, and certain things you know that we can and can't say. And that's very interesting that you bring up, you know, like words, you know, like you said, call a woman a bitch. You know, that's you know, she saw her friend, oh, that's my girl, that's my bitch. You know, oh, hey, bitch, what's going on and all that, and it's just communication. But if man comes and say, hey, bitch, what's up? She's going to flip her shit, like you said. But I think it works the same way when you talk about the word nigga. You know, there could be a double standard with that. And again, you can say, well, it has different connotations, a different history. Yes, this is all true. But again, we're talking about the word itself. You know, we're not necessarily dismissing the history, but we're talking about the usage of a word if we're simplifying it. And I think that goes with the same thing, but like in the gay community, they use a certain three-letter
Just
word
Sarah
that in
donated
some places, other
$5 through
countries, they say
Super
it means
Chat.
smoking a cigarette.
Honcho the main
But
Sancho shirts on sale. For
and
real,
again,
for
like I said, there
real.
are certain groups that
Other
are allowed to
shirts
say certain things,
available.
while
Support
the
Mr.
people
Dien.
who may
Smiley
not be a part of
face.
that group, and that's
Smiley
the only
face.
difference,
Smiley face.
are forbidden, or
Starstruck.
technically by
Romantic
society
face.
forbidden to say so.
Sparkling
So I think
heart.
it's
Kiss mark. Kiss mark.
the phrases, the double standard on certain phrases is very interesting.
Yeah, and that's just one thing that I've always said that just always bothered. I ain't gonna say bothered me, but just always was curious to me. It's like, for example, I watching a show you did I think it was yesterday you did it, but I was watching it today, and it was about black moms, black women, good moms, or something like that. The title was, or something like that. And I was watching that, and I was like, And now when my wife got home from work today, I didn't say anything. I said, I want you to watch this, and I went straight to the part where you played it, where that girl was fussing, and she was basically saying the same thing that I say, that I had said. I didn't say nothing. I said, what do you think? After the play, I said, what do you think? And she said, oh, that's terrible. But a lot of black moms do this and do that. So I said, huh. I said, how come there's a problem when a man says these same things? You see what I'm saying? And of course I get no answer. But I'm like, why is there a problem when a man say these same exact thing that you just said? But it's not a problem when a woman says it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why all those double standards and stuff like that, it just don't make any sense. So that's just all I had to take on that, man. You got anything for me? Any questions or anything?
I think when you said, why is it an issue when a man says, and again, it's sitting back, and as long as we've been doing the den, I noticed certain interactions between certain people, and sometimes certain topics may be a racial divide, a cultural divide, or gender, whatever. And I noticed something that certain people who depending on what the topic is, may kind of be affiliated with the group of people we may talk about. Because usually I don't think we're talking about people in the den when we have certain topics, but they may feel as though they are a part of a certain group that's maybe being attacked or maybe being discussed, and they feel like, well, if you're not a part of that, then you can't say it. So maybe that's the thing when it comes to this black mom conversation, because again, like I said, I've talked to several black women, and this isn't just something I started doing because of the den. I'm just thinking about throughout my history and my interaction with women through various conversations, from even being younger and going and picking hoes up and shit, and just sometimes you have to interact with the parent a little bit. Sometimes you gotta go inside for a few minutes, whatever it may be, and you just notice that it's not the most ideal situation, and people are willing to act like that in front of a company. They'll tell them what goes on behind closed doors, but it's just it's unfortunate, and again, like I think that's just as critical. I think that can be just as traumatic as anything else. And I kind of agree with what Miss Grace said last night about having at least one good parent. I mean, and if you only have a single parent, that parent's a bad parent. Well, that's a fucked up situation, and I feel like it that's something I don't think enough people are talking about.
Yeah. That's a good one there. But I ain't gonna hold on too long, man. Before I go, you got any questions or anything?
No, sir. No, I don't.
All right, then, man. I'll holler at you, man.
All right,
talk to you later.
All right, Mr. Mandelman. I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts with us this evening, sir.
All right, you have a good one now.
All right, you too.
Oh yeah, before I go, I gotta hit you. Honcho, with my finisher, the man down. I'll holler at you.
Appreciate it, man. All right. No, appreciate it, man. No, man. Y'all don't understand how funny that is to me. I'm a corny person, right? Like, I don't care. I'm corny as shit, and I'm okay with that, right? We might have time for one more call if we do take another call. If somebody wants to call within the next 5 minutes, we will. I'll take the call. If not, we're gonna wrap it up after that. But that's hilarious to the man down. That is really fucking funny to me. I don't know. I imagine it being something like the rock bottom for some reason. No, I don't know. I have no idea. That just seems what it seems like. Let's see what y'all got going on here. Oh, just Sarah, appreciate the love. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, and Honcho, the main Sancho shirts are finally, really, truly on sale. Yes, I'm rolling on carpet. Don't judge me. Yes, Honcho, the main Sancho shirts. Truly on sale. So get you one. Go to denshowshop.com. And again, that's not just those. It's lots of other things. Again, all the various shirts that you see me wear. Not the soft sport shirts. It's not Den related, so it wouldn't be in the Den Show shop. The interesting, you can't see it because it's wrapped up, shirt available. And some others that are not necessarily within reach. But denshowshop.com. But, you know, my thing is, like I say, let's see, y'all have, I don't know what's going on in here. Let's see, let me see. Wow, that'd be crazy if that's true. Mr. Dean. Oh, you think you blocked Jen by accident? How would you do such a thing? Let me see. Let me catch up, y'all. I apologize. I'll be in and out the chat. Bad bullshit. Triple standard. Like, how would triple standard work? Like, do you like go back to the original standard? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like one thing going, somebody else gets treated a different way, and then, you know, like somehow you get back to the original standard, everybody gets treated the same. I don't know. Let me see what you did here, Heidi. I blame Heidi for doing it, whatever was done. Let me see. Check Jen's account. Let me see what's up. Let me see what you did here. You're a bad person if you did it, Heidi. I see something where you blocked John and came back. Jen doesn't look like she's blocked. Let me see. No, it's not saying anything. I don't think it's not showing that her account is blocked. I don't know. I'll go look in the thing. Heidi's a bad person, so if Jen is blocked, blame Heidi. And we know how truly evil she really is. You know, I've been telling y'all that Heidi is a reckless and dangerous individual. You know, no one German should have all that power. Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Let me look and make sure that Heidi didn't do a terrible thing. I don't think so. I don't think you did. No, I don't see it. I don't see her in a blocked or. There's some terrible names that have been blocked. There's some terrible stuff going on here. Streamlabs still it's still a thing. I thought I took Streamlabs out of there. How is DeMarkey still a mod? Really? I didn't take that out. I'm fucking up. No, it's I don't see her blocked. It doesn't look like she's but I don't see anything, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Ms. Jen Smith, if you're there, or if not. But that's bad, Man Cave. I appreciate it. no bullshit. I think I just ingested a small bug. Like really. All right, so we'll wind down the calls this evening, and I really think I did. I think some was kind of like halfway flying there, unless it was like that we'd that's fucking terrible. Excuse me. Didn't never expect that to happen. All right. Chance Miss Face on a t-shirt. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I really do like. And I'm being serious because it feels like, man, like I didn't swallow the bug. Like, I mean, it smells like a really small bug. I'm looking and I don't see it, and I'm looking for Jen's name, but it's not on the block list. So I went to the thing, and give me a second. Let me refresh this.
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Unblock Jen, get her out of the DEN jail. Crying face, crying face.
Maybe I did. Maybe I'm imagining things. All right. So, double standards, bad things. That's basically the conclusion that we've come up with. You know, and yes, I did go on a tangent and ramble quite a bit earlier. We're just in a weird place in America right now, right? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a person to try to push the fear mongering and and all that craziness, but it just feels like why do I still have these on? It just feels like I don't know, man. It's I think that this is like the beginning of something, and you know, there's going to be certain aspects of life that are going to alter and adjust little by little. You know, I think there'll be more incidents and more things we'll have to deal with, but who knows where these things go, right? But, you know, but I think that we have to start getting back to normal as soon as possible. Those who can, you know, your advice would be to stack. If things do open back up, back to normal, like, my advice would be to be frugal, you know, support local places, but if you know and there's telling you that in the fall this thing could happen again, you may want to take, you know, precautionary measures, you know, be sensible about, excuse me, you know, how you approach your dealings and your day-to-day dealings. I appreciate the love, Miss Just Sarah. And I don't know. I don't see it. I'm looking, like I said, I didn't see Jen in the deal. I'm not sure if it is. Let me see. Hold on. No, I don't see anything. D Love, because you'll never call, man. So, D Love never called. D Love will sit there and say that he calls and never fucking calls. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she was, yeah.
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. DEN GoFundMe for Jen. We jog with Jen. Celebratory hands in the air.
We jogging with Jen. That's terrible. That is awful. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff going on with that too. We're going to talk about that, the Almod case. You know, different little pieces of evidence have come out. You know, saying that he was looking in the house prior to these on camera, and I think prior to some months before that he was looking on camera. And while I don't know, again, if there was anything stolen. I think there's a couple of various reasons you could be in a situation like that. None of them necessarily legitimate, and none of them necessarily validating. But my thing is, if the kid didn't steal nothing, I'm honestly, I don't even know exactly how old he is. So I need to follow up with that. I forgot. It's one thing being there. When you're a kid, you're doing stuff like that. I'm not saying that he's a child, but people do things. But again, that's the job of I think law enforcement to handle that, as opposed to oh buddy getting gunned down, but we know they got picked up. It is what it is. It'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. I think it's the perfect storm with this one. So I won't say the perfect storm, but I think it'll be interesting enough, seeing how it gets tried, where it gets tried, and everything, how it goes on, especially with this whole situation going on. I mean, it's gonna be real weird moving forward. What else? Let's see. Let me see. It's something else, right? It's something else. Oh, again, the movie thing, which Rashida says she doesn't like movies, so she don't want to come. Y'all let me know if y'all be interested in doing that. That's something to consider, because I think
Just
from
Sarah
what I
donated
read
$2
on
through
the
Super
videos,
Chat. Hashtag
I think
Gen
it
Lives
has to
Matter. Crying face. Crying face.
Appreciate the love, just Sarah. Uh, Gen Lives Matter. The movie thing, I think only I have to have, I just use my Netflix account. No, I'm not giving you guys my password, but that I think I can use my Netflix account. I think is how it works. And then you can watch a movie. You just share a link with everybody who wants to join. And like I said, apparently there's supposed to be like a chat on the side, and you can give people permission to pause and unpause, but I'm not going to do that. I'm controlling the remote around this motherfucker. But like I said, I think they said there's a voice chat feature and a text chat feature. We might entertain the voice chat feature unless Miss Rashida show up. Then we only gonna do text chat. I love Miss Rashida, but I know for a fact that Miss Rashida talked during the movies. Like I know for like 100% fact. I would be willing to bet my right foot that Rashida talks during the movies. But let's like I said, let's think about that. Like I said, I think that'll be pretty fun, pretty interesting. I don't know, maybe find a classic. I don't know what's on fucking Netflix, or maybe find something new and ridiculous. Who knows? But y'all let me know if y'all would be interested in that. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. I think it'll be very cool though. So what I'll probably do with that is maybe post the link in the Discord. I might test it out tonight. Afterwards, I'll post a link in the Discord and just I'll find something short. See how it works. If anybody wants to watch something random on Netflix to help me test this out, let me know. And then maybe we'll set up a date where we have a community activity. I don't know, Roger. I don't know about your movies, man. You be like you seem like you be in the African section of Netflix. And the movies be on some other shit. What movie you talk about, Broderick? We'll go down. Let me know. Man, I don't know if that's on Netflix though, but I know Xfinity has. They got a bunch of shit. They letting you watch a bunch of shit that you normally have to buy for free, and I saw Good Boys on there. So I actually had pulled it up, but I didn't push play on it, or I might have pushed play, but paused or whatever. So I'm meaning to come back to it. So I'm actually glad that you mentioned that. If it's a good movie, I don't want to watch a good movie with y'all. Y'all gonna ruin that shit. Nah. But we'll see. We'll see how it works though, because I think because the way it is, it's like a browser extension. So that it has to be like with Netflix or whatever. So anyway, we'll get to that, man. We'll get to that. But with that being said, I'm not gonna watch the fucking Irishman. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Knowing me and how I generally respond to things, And then from hearing the various reviews, I've heard good and I've heard bad, but just gauging over the span of the reviews that I've heard, something tells me I'm not going to necessarily enjoy it. So, you watched the first Terminator? Okay. Gin and Juice. So, like I said, what's the motherfucking deal, Shao Lin, man? Good to see you. So like I said, we'll be in the we're gonna jump in the Discord. I'll be in there in just a minute. I'm gonna convince myself not to eat anything late. Like I told you, I got fat as shit, man. So I'm tightening up this week. Nothing, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, losing weight is not hard. It's not hard to lose weight, right? Just be disciplined. Just do what the fuck you're supposed to. It's not even about like really exercising. You just fucking eat right. I mean, that's like 90% of the shit, you know. And then if you want to tighten it all up, then you know, exercise. And you want to get strong, you know, exercise. Do those things and build up your endurance. You exercise. So, as I can see, the face is fat, and my stomach's fat and shit. So, usually when I get off the stream, I like to snack a little bit. So, I have nothing but berries. And so if I snack on anything, I'll be consuming a lot of fucking berries and bananas. I'm trying not to eat anything out of a box or packaging. So, wish me luck. But the thing about it, I've actually gotten creative. I made some fucking badass, I came up with this fucking badass secret sauce. And I made some chicken thighs. They were good as shit. They were like really fucking good. Like, the fucked up part about the secret sauce though is it's like such a secret sauce. Like, I don't even remember what recipes I use, so I kind of fucked myself over with. But it is what it is. But let me see y'all in the fucking Discord. I'll put a link to the Discord in here shortly. And give me just one moment. So I'll drop that in there for you, wonderful people. I gotta forgive me sometimes. I get to think about crazy shit. I don't even know what the damn thing is now. All right, there we go. So. That's terrible. Does that help you with your nuts, Heidi? I mean, you know, I prefer first-hand advice if that's the case. Yes. If you are drinking anytime soon, pour out a little liquor for my nigga Little Richard. Pour out a little liquor for my nigga Jerry Stiller. You know. And but Jerry Stiller was actually funny as shit, and so that's very unfortunate. But I mean, he was 92. He lived a very full life. All right. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Again, you want to get some Den Show merch? That's some main Honcho. Interesting. These just ones I happen to have on deck. But denshowshop.com. Make sure you order something you like. There's a variety of items. There's not everything has it, but there's towels, pillows. I don't think I did any of the phone covers, but you have various styles of shirts. You have t-shirts. You have women's designs. I do believe I did some women's V-necks. I don't think I did any male V-necks, but I'm gonna catch you guys in the Discord. Links in the description. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home. You're being invited to the Discord. I'll say it one last time. But y'all got to get the fuck up out of here, as I'm about to. And I will catch you guys there shortly. Good evening. Mike Tyson is the greatest.